You can tell how a woman feels about herself just by watching the way she holds her purse. Not what's inside it, not even the brand, the way she carries it. Tucked close like armor or swinging loose like she owns every room she walks into. Stylists will tell you they can size up a woman's whole confidence level in about 4 seconds. And most of that read comes from one accessory nobody thinks to question: the bag on her arm. Today, we're going to talk about 8 of those bags, the ones quietly working against you, and exactly what to carry instead so you look like the polished, radiant woman you already are underneath it all. Welcome back to Golden Melanin Luxuries, where we celebrate the elegance, the richness, and the timeless beauty of Black women over 50. If you're new here, this is your home for style that honors exactly who you are. Now let's get into it, because trust me, mistake number 3 is going to make half of you gasp. Number 1, the oversized, shapeless tote bag. I want to start here because this bag has been riding shotgun with so many of us for years. It holds everything: your wallet, your reading glasses, a snack, a spare cardigan, half your life. Practical? Absolutely. But here's the truth nobody tells you, Queen. When a bag has no structure, no real shape, it drags the whole eye downward. It reads as heavy, as tired, even when you are neither of those things. A slouchy tote can make an otherwise gorgeous outfit look like an afterthought. The beautiful alternative is a structured tote. Same room for your essentials, completely different energy. Look for rich leather or a beautifully made faux leather in camel, cognac, deep burgundy, or classic black. A structured tote holds its shape all day, lifts your silhouette, and instantly signals that you are a woman who moves through her day with intention. Number 2, the bag that has seen better days. This one isn't about style at all, it's about condition. And I say this gently because most of us have done it. We fall in love with a bag and we hold on to it a little too long. The straps start to crack, the corners wear thin, the lining starts to peel. And here's the thing. People may not consciously notice a worn bag, but they feel it. Something reads as off, even if they can't name it. The fix isn't complicated. You don't need 10 bags in rotation. You need 3 or 4 beautifully made pieces that you actually maintain, wiped down, stored properly, retired gracefully when it's time. A bag that looks cared for tells the world that the woman carrying it takes care of herself, too. Number 3, the logo-covered bag from your glory days. Now, we all had our logo era, and honey, it was fabulous at the time. Head-to-toe monogram, initials everywhere, the louder the better. But fashion has quietly shifted, and carrying a bag that is clearly, unmistakably 20 years old in its branding can anchor your whole look to a decade you've long since outgrown. It's not about the brand. Some of the biggest names in luxury are still making stunning pieces. It's about whether your bag feels current or whether it's dating you the moment you walk in the room. The move right now is quiet luxury. A smooth, minimal bag in a rich, solid color, clean lines, no shouting logos. It whispers instead of screams. And a woman who has truly arrived doesn't need to announce it. She just knows. If this is resonating with you so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It genuinely helps more women just like you find this channel. Number 4, the tiny novelty or theme bag. You know the ones, shaped like a watermelon, covered in charms, styled like something out of a carnival gift shop. Adorable, playful, and completely working against the sophisticated image most of us are going for at this stage of life. A novelty bag pulls focus. It competes with you. And Queen, you should always be the centerpiece of your own look, not your accessory. Instead, reach for a bag with personality that doesn't overpower you. A rich python or croc embossing, a bold jewel tone like emerald, sapphire, or a warm marigold, or an interesting silhouette like a trapeze or a structured half moon. These pieces express who you are without turning you into a supporting character in your own story. Number 5, the backpack as your everyday bag. Backpacks absolutely have their place. Travel, a hike, a casual errand run. But when a backpack becomes your go-to for lunch dates, church, or a night out, it starts to read younger and more casual in a way that can actually work against you. And there's a real difference between dressing young and dressing vibrant. We are always chasing vibrant. The elevated alternative is a crossbody with a long strap. You still get the hands-free ease, but the silhouette is intentional and flattering. A structured crossbody in a warm neutral or a punch of color balances the body beautifully while keeping every ounce of elegance intact. Number 6, the completely clear or transparent bag. This one always surprises people because clear bags had a real moment a few years back. Modern, functional, even a little edgy. But here's what nobody says out loud. A clear bag removes all mystery. Everything you own is on display. And for a woman who has spent decades mastering the art of grace and quiet confidence, that kind of exposure works directly against your energy. The beautiful swap is a bag in a rich, opaque fabric, smooth satin for evening, deep velvet for the cooler months, fine woven straw for warm afternoons. These materials carry texture and depth a clear plastic bag simply cannot replicate. Deliberate style is always the most beautiful kind. Before we get into the final two, make sure you're subscribed to Golden Melanin Luxuries. We're building a real community here of women who refuse to disappear after 50. We're just getting sharper. Number 7, the mismatched everyday bag. This is a quiet one, but it matters more than you think. So many of us grab whatever bag is closest to the door, regardless of whether it makes any sense with our shoes, our coat, our whole look for the day. One bag worn with absolutely everything, no matter the occasion or the season. And when nothing coordinates, it reads as rushed rather than intentional, even if your outfit itself is beautiful. The alternative isn't buying more, it's buying smarter. Choose 2 or 3 bags in versatile, complementary tones. Think warm neutrals that move easily between black, brown, and navy, so that whatever you grab, it already works. A few minutes of intention in the morning changes the whole read of your outfit. Number 8, and this is the one almost every woman over 50 owns without realizing it's working against her. The overly stiff, boxy, structured bag with hard, sharp corners. Now stay with me because I know this feels like a contradiction after everything I just said about structure. But there's a difference between a bag that's structured and a bag that's rigid and severe. A hard-cornered, boxy bag, think stiff briefcase energy, can actually add visual weight and a certain coldness to your look. It can make you appear more stern than radiant, more corporate than elegant, even when that's the furthest thing from who you are. The beautiful middle ground is a softly structured bag, one with gentle curves, a rounded bottom, or a slight slouch to the silhouette, while still holding its shape. It gives you polish without rigidity, elegance without severity. This is the bag equivalent of standing tall while still being warm and approachable. And that, queens, is exactly the energy we want to carry into every room. Here's what I want you to take from today, sis. Your bag is never just a bag. It's a quiet signal you send before you even say a word about how you see yourself, how much care you put into your presentation, and how confidently you move through this world. You don't need to spend a fortune, and you don't need a closet full of options. You need a few intentional, well-loved pieces that reflect the elegant, radiant woman you already are. Drop a comment and tell me which one of these hit closest to home for you today. I read every single one. And if this video spoke to you, share it with a friend, a sister, anyone in your life who deserves to hear that she's not fading, she's refining. Thank you for spending this time with me here at Golden Melanin Luxuries. Subscribe if you haven't already, because we've got so much more style, so much more confidence, and so much more truth coming your way. You are golden, you are graceful, and sis, you are just getting started.